my word! I do think it's time for Professor Science.
Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to do an experiment to see if we can predict whether an object can either sink or float. So I have a watermelon, some blueberries, a small container of water, and a large container of water. So the first thing we need to do is make a hypothesis or prediction. And so take these blueberries. Do you think they're going to sink or float? Blueberries are pretty small. They don't weigh very much. Do you think they'll sink or float when I drop them into this container of water? Let's see. Look at that. They sink. Well, what about this watermelon? The watermelon's pretty big and it's heavy. Do you think it's going to sink or float? Let's see. Wow, look at that. The watermelon floats. So what's going on? Size and weight really isn't very helpful in predicting whether an object sinks or floats. So what does determine whether an object sinks or floats? Well, it's all about density. And density is about molecules. See, everything is made up of molecules. And in some objects, the molecules are packed tightly together. And those objects are more dense. And then other objects, the molecules are loosely packed and there's lots of space between them and they're less dense. So with our blueberries, these are more dense, and more dense objects tend to sink. Whereas the watermelon, it's less dense, and less dense objects tend to float. And no matter how many times you try, the blueberries always sink, and the watermelon always floats. Well, this is a really fun experiment to do at home, and you can test all kinds of objects to see whether they sink or they float. Remember, boys and girls, if you want to learn more about science, just go to our website. And remember, it looks like magic, but it's science.